uncommon problem. Verse 12, a common prayer. 13, a common plan. 14, and an uncommon praise. 15 through 19. There is an uncommon problem. Jesus in the text is on his way to Jerusalem, and the text says that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. Take your time, son. And as he entered, verse 12, into a certain village, he meets 10 men that have a problem. The text says in verse 12 that they had leprosy, or what is now called Hansen's disease. Leprosy was an incurable disease of its day that would infect oftentimes the entire body. Leprosy is compared oftentimes in the Bible to sin because it starts, Deacon Jackson and Deacon Rico, as a little spot that if you're not careful, you would think this spot is insignificant. But if you leave this spot unattended, it will soon infiltrate and destroy the entire body. Now, one of the things that you will learn about leprosy, if you read Leviticus 13 and 14, you will discover that they were cast out of society. They were deemed unclean, unfit. They were outcast, and oftentimes, because they were outcast, they would form what was called a leper colony, or they would come together. Why would they come together? They came together because they had a common problem. Lepers were required to stand no closer than 50 from normal people, and 200 from them when the wind was blowing. And they had to wear a sign around their neck, and they had to cry out when normal people would come their way, gay, and the cry that, and I like to cry, and I like their honesty, because they had to cry out unclean. When they approached somebody that was a non-leper, they had to cry out, unclean. Go back. I'm unclean. I like that. I like their honest way. I like that, because if more of us would be honest and put our sign around our neck. Okay, y'all want to play. If more church folk would be honest and put a sign around their neck and say, yes, I would love to be in ministry, but I'm not coming to the meeting. I would love to be a part of the organization, but I'm not going to uphold my responsibility. I am Oh my God, so many people that are in messed up marriages. If the fiance had said, when you proposed, when you said, will you marry me? If they had said, yes, I'd love to marry you, but I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to be a good wife, I am well, y'all ain't talking. If somebody's husband had said, I ain't going to work, I'm not going to fix anything around the house, I'm not even coming home. Okay. I'm not going to handle my responsibility. I am. The lepers cried out. Are y'all in the house? The lepers cried out, I am unclean and like. Watch this. The leper, they teach us something. They teach us, Lisa, that although they should not have been together, because the text says that there were 10 lepers. Verse 16 said there was one Samaritan, but there were 9 Jews. And if you know anything about the history of the Jew and the Samaritan, the Jews looked down on the Samaritans. As a matter of fact, they called them dogs, and the reason they looked down upon them, they were really half brothers and half sisters and cousins and uncles and aunties. But around the 7th century BC, when Nebuchadnezzar and the Babylonian Empire came in and took all the good stuff back to Babylon and left all the bad stuff in the land, the people that were left in the land, they began to marry outside of their race. And when the Jews came back, and realized that they were half-breeds. They cast them out, and they settled in a little town called Samaria, and they became known as the Samaritans, and the Jew had no dealing with them. Pastor, wait a minute, you confusing me. Bag up, push the rewind button. You just told me that they had no dealing, but yet in the text, they had come together. That's a wonderful lesson in their matter, and the lesson is that if we would learn to celebrate our commonalities as opposed to falling out about our differences, we will get more done for the body of Christ. Because if we would just learn that we are in the same boat together, slap somebody and say, we in the same boat. Okay, bump me in because y'all want to play. Slap somebody and say, we in the same boat. The reason you look down on other folk and roll your eyes and turn your big nose up at somebody else is because you don't realize that we are all in the same boat. Okay, you see, even the dog and the cat Mary understands that we are natural enemies, but when a flood comes, they lose their instincts to fight one another, and both start trying to survive moving upstream. I wish I had somebody in here that understands that we're in the same boat together, so I can't look down on you, and you can't look down on me. The fact of the matter is, we all got some issues. Somebody over here gonna help me in a minute. I said we all got some. First of all, we have a common problem. We have a sin issue problem. Romans 3 says all. Not y'all, but Romans 3 says all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So we're in the same boat together. We all are struggling with some sin issue. Yours not mine, and mine not yours, but we all have, I wish I had my crowd here, we all have some issues. Not only are we all struggling with a common issue, which is sin, we have a common adversary. And see, I know some of y'all say, look at me, like devil will never bother you. If devil will never bother you, that means he already has you. Because those of us that say sanctified and feel the Holy Ghost, the devil wakes up in the morning looking for us. The devil is always trying to, okay, I wish I had my crowd here. Is there anybody in here that knows that the devil... Write it down. 1 Peter 5:8 says he is a roaring lion, going to and fro, seeking those that he may devour. See, I ain't the only one that got sickness in my body. When the devil attack mine, he'll attack yours too. Okay, I know y'all want to play, but I'm not the only one that got hell in his house. When the devil brought hell by your house, okay, he stopped by mine too. I ain't the only one that got children that act like they crazy. When he started making my children cut the fool, he started making yours cut the fool too. Slap somebody and say, we in this together. I ain't the only one. They look around and wonder, God, where are you? Seem like the more you pray, the more the devil brings havoc to your life. Can I help somebody though? That's when the devil really gets on you, when you make it up in your mind that you're going to live for Jesus, that you're going to come out of mess, that you're going to drop some of them zeros to pick up a hero. That's when the devil gets busy and gets on your trail. But can I help somebody? I came by to tell you, hold on and maintain an attitude of gratitude. We have a common adversary. But thank God we have a common advocate. Okay, y'all don't know when to shout. Well, if you've been born again, the Bible says that we have an advocate. 1 John 2:1. 1 John 2:1 says we have an advocate. You know what advocate is? That's a lawyer. That's somebody that said, Lisa, if you shut up, if you stop talking so much, why do you think when you get arrested they say you have the right to remain silent? Then they say anything. Okay, y'all know it. Y'all seen it. Anything you say or shall be held against you in a court of law. So Jesus is telling me to tell somebody, be quiet. Hold. I don't know who I'm preaching to here. Somebody here already preparing next week to fight your battle. I'm preaching to somebody who already got your boxing gloves on and you're just waiting for Monday to roll around because you ready to get it on with somebody at work or somebody at school or somebody in your family. But God told me to tell you, take the boxing gloves also and hold your peace. And let the Lord fight your battle. I wish I had my crowd here. Is there anybody here that understand that God will fight your battle? If you would hold your peace and just maintain an attitude of gratitude. Y'all gonna help me today? They had a common problem. They all had leprosy. And this common problem brought them together. They looked around and say, yes, he is a Samaritan. But more than that, he's a leper. His hands are withered like ours. His skin is messed up like ours. He's been ostracized and kicked out of society and deemed as a nobody just like us. So we better come together. And so, need I hold you too long? This common problem pushed them to common prayer. The text, verse 13, they lifted up their voices. I don't understand. I really don't understand why church folks say when praises go up, blessing come down, but yet you don't praise him. I can't stand. You must be cuckoo for Cocoa Pop if you tell me that when praises go up, blessing come down, and you don't have no blessing, but you don't have no praise. Because if you really believe that when praises go up, blessing come down, you would be like David and you would enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, and you wouldn't mind giving God some praise. Wouldn't nobody have to beg you to lift him up? Wouldn't nobody have to beg you to give God some praise? If you understood if you understood, okay, they came to him. Watch this. They had a common problem. Preach Betty Brown, older boy, and it pushed them to a common prayer. Mary White Tech, they didn't leave the others like some of y'all would have, and ran to the Lord, talking about, Lord, heal me. God wants you to pray for yourself. Write that down. But he doesn't want you to have selfish prayers. What he said, you know, some of y'all pray, Lord, bless my mama in East Alabama Medical Center. 7th floor, room 705, bed A. Like your mama the only one in the hospital. Seem like when you pray, you all say, Lord, bless mama in bed A. But when you start blessing, don't skip over bed B. When you go to Lord, before you get to floor 7, stop by floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Lord, get 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lord, when you start healing, songwriter said, Lord, bless me. And when you bless mine and me, then bless him and his. When you start blessing me, then bless her and hers. When you start praying for your hard-headed children, please pray for all hard-headed children. When you start praying for rebellious spouses, don't stop with yours. Because you know her husband stand out just like yours. So when you say, Lord, send him home. Pray, Lord, send hers home too. Now you may need to talk to her to make sure she wants him to come home. Because everybody missing ain't being missed. I wish I had somebody help me here. I said everybody missing ain't being missed. The text, they said, Lord, heal us. Lord, have mercy. Anybody here know it was mercy? Somebody just shout, Lord, have mercy. Mercy is God withholding from you what you rightfully deserve. You want to know why you got up this morning? It was mercy. You want to know why you didn't die in that accident? It was mercy. You want to know why you didn't get a disease, syphilis, AIDS? It was mercy. You want to know why? 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 It's because God's mercy. David, Psalm 51 said, have mercy. Am I helping anybody? Upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness and thy tender mercy. They had a common problem. Let me hurry. They had a common prayer. Hebrews 4:16. Write these scriptures down. Matthew 18:19 through 20. Jesus said, where I am in the midst. He said, where 2 or 3 of y'all get together in my name. Help me somebody. He said, there I am in the midst. Songwriter said, when all of God's children get together. I wish I had my crowd. What a time. What a time. When all of God children get together. 2 Chronicles. I'm trying to give you all these scriptures so I can come on and close. 7:14. He said, if my people, which are called by my name. I wish I had some Bible reading here. Shall humble themselves and pray. Seek my face. He said, and turn from their wicked way. Let me preach to this side. He said, then will I hear from heaven. Then will I heal their land.